Khola Hasan is with the City Circle, a think tank that promotes the development of a distinct British Muslim identity. She joins us now from London. What do you make of this latest move by Belgium and one that could be followed by other European nations?
Well, this is really part of a very worrying trend in Europe at the moment. The Muslim community is being criminalised for issues really that are not criminal. And this is a civil liberties issue as well. European Convention on Human Rights guarantees freedom of religious expression. And for a country to legislate how its inhabitants should dress in public is very worrying, it's very silly. What sort of totalitarian states are we going towards in Europe?
I'd like you to listen to a statement made by the French government. France is also in the process of considering this ban, and let me know what you think.
L'interdiction du port du voile intégral doit être générale.
The ban on veils covering the whole face should be general, in every public space, because the dignity of women cannot be put in doubt. The second principle is that everything should be done so that no one feels stigmatized as a result of their faith or religious practices.
Don't you agree that this could help the dignity of the woman and also prevent her from being stigmatized?
I find that actually very offensive for somebody in France to say that the dignity of women is in question when they wear the niqab. I don't wear the niqab myself, and I don't encourage it, but I do sympathize with women who wish to wear it. They have the right to do so under freedom of religious expression. But dignity of women, I mean, I live in Europe where in the summer months you will see millions of women who are literally walking around in just a little bit more than their underwear. And I find that incredibly undignified. Pornography has become a common feature of our television, of our films, of our billboards, advertising, the smallest of objects using naked women. That is an issue that affects the dignity of women, and I don't understand why that is not being something to worry about.
Let's go back to the veil now. What do you think the response will be across the Muslim world if it is indeed banned?
Well, I mean, the headscarf has already been banned in public spaces in many countries, including France. The Muslim community was very worried about that. There are very small numbers of women who wear the niqab in Europe anyway. There will be anger. There will be this sense of we are under siege as a Muslim community. People are targeting us. Any kind of overt expressions of Islamic identity are being challenged. There is an attempt to destroy overt expressions of Islamic identity, and the Muslim community is really worried about that. It feels that it's being criminalized, it feels it's under siege, it feels that the spotlight is on it for any small reason, simply because Islam is not welcome in Europe anymore.
But clearly many countries in Europe and those living in Europe are worried about what they see or perceive as a threat to them and their identity. How does that problem get resolved? Going beneath the veil?
Well, the veil is, number one, is worn by very few women across Europe, so it's not such a big issue. But secondly, national identity is varied across Europe, and every country has had its national identity changed over the generations with the coming of immigrants from all over the world. And if there is a community that feels comfortable dressing like that, I don't understand how that is a challenge to national identity if the women are speaking the language, attending schools, doing their jobs, going about their daily business. I don't see how that is a problem to national identity. Identity is a very varied subject. There are lots of identities that we all hold.
Khola Hasan, thank you very much for talking to us from our studio in London.